Right now, we want to get a new look of what the battle potentially could look like inside Ukraine's cities. And we're just learning that the southern Ukrainian city of Kherson apparently has fallen. It's a city of some 300,000 people. We're joined now by an urban warfare expert, retired Major John Spencer. Major Spencer, thanks for joining us. How hard will it be to say definitively whether Russians actually control Kherson or if they take other major cities amid this complex urban warfare?
Yeah, well, if I think it'll be extremely hard for somebody to say that a certain piece of terrain or especially urban area is under control. I mean, I've seen the messages. It's hard, but the way that the Ukrainian people are fighting, the Russians could be fighting an insurgency on one urban area and still having a major battle for Kiev. And that's great because that's going to cause them to have to apply, soldiers to one area and not be able to move them around. I don't think they'll just be able to say that that's what we would call a permissive environment for them.
I know you say Ukrainians actually have an advantage when it comes to urban warfare, but they need to make their cities, and I'm quoting you now, a maze of hell. What does that look like?
So, another way I form it as a porcupine. I mean, Sun Tzu said the worst thing a military could ever do is besiege a walled city. Cities are death traps for militaries, and especially ones that don't perform well. So a maze of hell means every road, every alley, every door is blocked with something. And the soldiers won't know if there's a sniper in a window. It doesn't have to be a sniper, a rifle. From personal experience, I know that fighting in urban terrain is the worst thing any military ever wants to do. And I think Russia's going to experience that real soon.
Yeah, and a lot of people are developing and building these Molotov cocktails just getting ready for that kind of urban warfare. You often write that urban warfare, you write about wish lists. So what should be on the Ukrainian wish list right now? What do they need from the U.S., for example, when it comes to urban warfare, which is anticipated?
Well, they're the ones in the fight, so they're the ones who know what they need. But if you took me, who I've been studying urban warfare for over a decade, have my own experiences, it might not make common sense of the kind of stuff that I want to turn my city into a fortress. I'm talking things like hand grenades, things like mines. Of course, they need from anybody the high-end stuff like the Javelin, which is one of the most lethal anti-tank things in the world. But they also need things to turn every street into a living hell, like from even experiences in Iraq. Mines, claymores, anti-personnel mines, and concertina wire. I'd have this long list of how to turn my city into a fortress, because really that's what that convoy is doing. That convoy is the siege convoy, and not siege as in they're not going to circle and wait. They're going to circle and attempt to find a weakness. And once they find that weakness, they'll punch in through that one direction. Well, so every hour they can't get there, that's more time. And we're seeing that, yep, which is great in photos. They're blocking the streets with cars and buses. They're preparing innovative ways to turn it into an ugly situation.
Colonel John Spencer, thanks so much for joining us. And again, thanks for your service.